Hi, I'm Kelvin Zong, and this is Nancy Zong. We've been coming to Hoboken Grace for 11 years now. We have two wonderful, crazy daughters, Kaiteri, who's 5, and Kalia, who's 2.
So when we moved to Hoboken 11 years ago, we wanted to find a local community, and Hoboken Grace was the first one that popped up when we searched Google. But I think ever since we stepped foot in Hoboken Grace, we felt welcomed immediately, and we had been in a large church in New York City prior to this, and so it just felt so different, so welcoming. It felt like home in a lot of ways, and neither of us have family close by, and I think for the last 11 years it's been our family, it's been our home, and the community we have at Hoboken Grace through dinner group and just friends that we've made over the years have seen us through so many different phases of life and have walked with us and journeyed with us through all the ups and downs.
We decided to make a home commitment for the home initiative. We were at a point in our lives where, we were, I think tithing, the 10%. And we've always discussed, challenging ourselves. What would it look like each year to maybe add another point to that? Like, okay, so this year 1%, the next year 12%, whatever, or just to see whatever God brings into our lives.
Other areas of my life, I've recognized that God's in control. I felt like finances was probably that last bit that God just keeps tugging at me for. I did not grow up in a Christian home. Tithing was a brand new concept to me, and when we got married, that was something that took us a while to work through, and for me to really understand and live my life as if all of it belonged to God, including all the finances. And to be able to trust him there. And I felt like I was doing a good enough job, right? I was doing what God was telling me to do. And I was sort of telling God, well, just leave me alone on this, right? Like I've done enough. What more do you want? And I remember going to advanced commitment night, and we'd been walking through this all along. And I remember the home initiative being so unique from a church perspective, just that we wanted everyone to experience God, and we wanted everyone to experience the power of trusting God. And I kept thinking, well, what's my role in this, God? Like, how do I get to experience you? How do I get to trust you even more through this? I would say for me, as COVID hit and as the job, situation was just a bit fluid, I think at one point I got nervous because I wasn't sure what my job outlook was going to be like. And so, did kind of worry about that, maybe unnecessarily, but I think God has continued to just demonstrate how faithful he is through it. And just like I gave him control, or I want to give God control of our finances, he was also taking care of every aspect of our lives, including, through COVID and what that would look like. And so, yeah, I think it's just continuously reminding myself just how much God's in control.
The thing that excites me most about the future of Hope Grace is obviously one is, to just see what that physical space will be, what we can do with it to love the community inside our church as well as the community outside of our church. But even more so is, what God has done with the space in our hearts.